Well, these are the toilets at Snow Hill, bang in the middle of St Helier. These, the access is not very good from this side. From the Snow Hill side, it's all hilly, ramps up, no handrails on the ramps, so it's not very satisfactory from that point of view. That's the ladies. I won't go in there. It says on this notice, the nearest alternative toilet is Liberation Station, 400 meters. That's a bit optimistic, I would think, 400 meters. I think it's rather further than that. I don't know, I haven't measured it. Usual telephone numbers, which is incredibly difficult to get through to somebody. I like how they say no smoking in there. And of course there's the car park up there, Snow Hill car park. If you arrive from that side, it's much easier to get here, of course, from an access point of view. Now that looks to me, I don't know, that might have been an accessible toilet there, an accessible person. It's got the key thing, but it doesn't look as though it's working. It's got no sign on it, so I should suspect that that's been discontinued, that one. We'll have a look at the gents. Level access, little ramp there, nothing of any consequence. Good level access through. It's very clean, I must say. I just had a look at it. It's very clean. I just wish they wouldn't use tiles, because obviously the tiles, you've got the joints through the tiles that can hold germs, and the floor the same, and also the junction with the floor got an angle. They'd be much better if they did something like terrazzo or something to eliminate these sharp corners where germs of all sorts can lurk. And they look a bit tapped, don't they? They've got the usual wash basins, these, which are in theory a good dryer, but they do blow air about a bit, so some of them have been discontinued. These are working. As I say, it looks pretty clean at the moment. Clean. Now there's space here. You could get a wheelchair down here if you're a wheelchair user, or if you needed assistance, you could have two people. The usual stainless steel toilet, fairly standard pattern. I think there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 WC stores here. They've all got exactly the same toilet in them. They could knock two of these into one, maybe, and make them a proper disabled person's toilet, or they could improve them, or they could put wash basins in with the toilet. They've got those usual paper dispensers. There must be a dispenser which they could recess into the wall, push it back. I'm glad to see they got the push button. That push button is quite hard to push. The other ones, where they have an automatic, they almost anticipate, they're much better. The seats, again, for security, safety, stainless steel, they're resistant, they're all the same height in here. They could do with different heights. They got no lids on them, of course. So, and you could get down here. I think you could turn into one of these, but of course this end bit, they could make here a really decent disabled person's toilet. I presume that's the cleaner's store in there. But, you know, I must say, they got the usual urinal stall, the stainless steel one. Again, if you do have mobility impairments, there's no handles to grab onto. So you can find these difficult to use, this type of urinal. If I had my way, if I ruled the world, I'd ban urinals altogether. But women manage without urinals, and I would improve the WC facilities. But obviously us boys were brought up to pee standing up, and that's what we do. And these are quite good because obviously they catch most of the urine and put it, but some of us insist on peeing on the floor. I don't know why it is. So that's it. It's not bad, but it's a very busy part of town, of course. Here, lots of people here. and you never know. I don't know when these close, whether they're open all day and night. I suspect not. Of course, that's another thing about toilets. If you've come out of a pub or somewhere when pubs were open or are open or going to open again, you get taken short, you need to have a whatever. You need to know where they are and they're going to be open, don't you? It's public toilets, so this is a public facility. These are the sort of slow steps up here. They might look fairly harmless, but they desperately do need handrails, both sides, because they are quite intimidating. And bear in mind, people don't have perfect sight, and these have got no nosings. These stairs have got no nosings, so it's granite and it's very confusing to see where one step becomes another step. It's so easy to fall down there. I'm having some difficulty at the moment. Here we are, down I go. I don't know why these things... Granite is not sacred. You can alter it, it's very adaptable. You can even replace it. So here I come down to the telephone box. If you've got problems, if you're, people do have problems. It's essential that we have these telephone boxes around town or anywhere in the parishes. They are essential and they need to be accessible, of course. I've looked at this before down here. As you can see, we're at this level here and the toilets are up at that level. So, near the twain shall meet for some people, I'm afraid. Over the this door, which I don't know if it's, I say, it looks as though it was or might still be a toilet for disabled persons. But over it there's a light. Now that's something I haven't really looked at on my little, there's another one there. Good lighting is essential because if the toilets are going to be open at night, you need to know where things are, of course. And especially for people with sight impairment, limited sight, you need really good lighting to know where things are. So I presume the interior's lights stay on, but it's the exterior as well. You need good lighting to see that you're not tripping over anything and also to know where things are. So, it's this little hub, as I've commented before, this little hub at Snow Hill could be a superb little hub for, you can catch buses, you can catch taxis there, you can make telephone calls, local calls are free, bicycle park, car park, it's all here. So these toilets should be first class, top of the league, but they're quite good, I must say. Whoever's cleaning them is doing a good job. Well, these are the toilets at Minden Place, the base of the car park. That is Minden Place, it says. And I can't see any indication of a disabled person's toilet. But we'll go and have a look. No, we better concentrate on the gents. This is the gents. It has a step up into the gents. Got a handrail on one side of these steps going down into the gents, and it says helpfully there, mind the steps, by which time you've probably fallen down and broke your neck, but never mind, it's a notice. I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. We've been there before. The usual urinal, stalls, it's the usual pattern, stainless steel, it's tiled all around, of course. It's got one wash basin, one of these multi-hand dryers.
I don't think we should be using that here.
Why not?
Because it's a public toilet.
Well, that's why I'm under the public. You see, the public there contributing, don't want a camera in his public toilet, which you might be right, but I think the public interest is, the public needs to know. As Again, on quite a low-level suite with an automatic flush, with a press button, and a towel dispense, inward opening door, tiled floors and tiled walls, which I don't think are very hygienic, but it's not too bad. Could be better, but of course the big problem is the access here. So there it is. I'll see if there's another accessible toilet anywhere near. I don't think there is. It says on the notice here that the next toilet, the nearest alternative public toilet is Snow Hill, which is 550 metres. I thought it said on the Snow Hill one that it's 400 metres to here, so perhaps they use a different tape measure. The same telephone numbers and the email number, which experience shows me are pretty useless. Again, there's some external lighting. I don't know what they're like at night, don't know what time they close, it doesn't tell us that. So, you know,